Hey, you guys, so I'm back with another message from the Lord. This is the second part of the dream. Um, in the dream, I was telling a few of God's children to not to take shortcuts. God is saying, do not take shortcuts. Um, a lot of people are trying to get to places before time. They're trying to skip steps, and God is saying, no shortcuts. Um, and God actually showed me like the people that are trying to take shortcuts or that will take shortcuts, it won't work out well for them. They will struggle. It will make things harder for them. And God is saying no shortcuts in this season, in this hour. We have to do things the godly way. We have to do things God's way, even though it don't make sense, even though it might take longer. Um, the process that we have to go through condition us for the mission, and we have to be conditioned. We have to learn things. We have to put on the whole armor of God. We have to be prepared. And sometimes we go through a process so we can be relatable to people, because we don't go through things just for ourselves. We go through things to be a testimony to someone else. And God is saying no shortcuts. A lot of people are trying to take shortcuts because they want to get to the money, they want to get to the lavish life, and everything will happen in God's perfect timing. And when we take shortcuts and stuff, sometimes we miss the steps. Sometimes we miss what God is trying to show us. We're missing what God is trying to teach us. And God is saying no shortcuts. Okay? No shortcuts in this season, in this hour. Because it's not going to work out well, especially if you're being, because that's when you're trying to take shortcuts. I'll be honest, you're being disobedient. God is saying no shortcuts. If he's telling you to take the long way, he's telling you to take the long way for a reason. He's telling you to take a long way for your protection. He's telling you to take the long way so you can learn something along your journey, so you can help someone else along your journey. It's not just about you. It's about those who are attached to you. So if you're trying to take a shortcut, and thank you, Holy Spirit, if you're trying to take a shortcut, you're going to and go a different route, you might miss the person that you're supposed to help, or you might miss the person that's supposed to help you. So, or miss what God has in store for you on that journey. So God is saying no shortcuts. God showed me how people were actually going to go through because they took the shortcut in life, because they wanted to do it their way, because some of them have tried to take the shortcut and do a deal and took deals with the devil. They are going to go through like judgment. So God is saying no shortcuts. If he's telling you to do it, do everything precise and to the T. Do what he is calling you to do. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And God is saying in this season, in this hour, no shortcuts. Do what he has called you to do. Because if you take shortcuts, you're being disobedient, and God will deal with you for your disobedience, and you will go through for your disobedience. But he is clearly saying no shortcuts. I don't know who this message is for. Do it God's way. Do not do it your way. Get out of your flesh. Do it his way. I'm telling you, it's for a reason. I'm telling you, it's for your protection. I'm telling you that it's for God's glory. Do it his way. Do it his way. A lot of people, thank you, Holy Spirit. A lot of people, they want, God said, a lot of people want the microwave version, the microwave way. They don't want to put in the time. They don't want to put in the work. But you got to put in the time. You got to put in the work. As a child of God, everything, ain't going to come easy. Some things we have to work for. Some things we have to labor for. Okay. And God is saying no shortcuts. No shortcuts. Do what he has called you to do. I'm telling you, if you do what God has called you to do and do the steps that he is telling you to do it in, yes, sometimes it might take time, because like I said, you have to be conditioned for the mission. You have to be processed. Everybody want the promise, but they don't want to be processed. But you have to be processed for the promise. It will be so much greater whenever you get to that point. It will be so much greater, so much fulfilling when you get there, and then you will know how to appreciate it. You will know how not to mishandle what God has blessed you with. And that's how a lot of people end up mishandling things and taking advantage of things and not appreciating things, because a lot of people, they took the shortcuts. Okay, they didn't go through the process so they can appreciate it. All right, and God is saying no shortcuts in this season, in this hour. I don't know who this message is for, but I clearly saw a couple of children, a couple of guys' children, people in their dream trying to take a shortcut and saying they were just going to do it this way because it was easier, it was quicker, and they was trying to get to. And God is saying, and I was telling them no shortcuts. And then when I woke up, I was like, okay, God, what are you saying? And God was just like, tell my children, no shortcuts, no shortcuts in this season, in this hour, no shortcuts. Do it His way. It will be tremendously blessed when you do it His way. All right, so I love you guys. I pray that you all have an amazing day, and I will chat with you all later.